All right, thank you, Tolu, for that great interview with Daddy Shoki. And I mean, there you have it. Daddy Shoki, one person that I will always respect. The last time I had a sit down with Daddy Shoki was roughly 10 years ago on radio. And this guy, his humility is something that needs to be studied every time, any day. All right. And I mean, you can imagine he's going to be 56 and he's been doing this for 50 years right now. And I'm just wondering, how can he said something right that actually captured. I mean, if we could have a child star in Michael Jackson, why can't we have a child star in Daddy Shoki? And of course, and I'm not gonna be, there's somebody else in the studio I want to introduce to you real quick, somebody who's also into entertainment and a whole lot right now. I've got Kingsley Ogwe, popularly known as Casey Brown, CEO of Old Worry. How you doing, my brother? How you doing? Nice to have you on the show. I mean, you saw Daddy Shoki's interview, you listened, and what's that one thing that stands out for you when you look at him as a legend?
Years back, we were opportunity to be in Rio together, where I hosted events for Nigeria Military School, and he's the star artist. And you talk about humility.
Yeah.
I remember the person that invited me told me that there is nobody that is your age mate here, so you will be bored. And you have to look for somebody that will keep you busy, because we have brigadiers, generals, and all that.
Yeah.
But I was surprised when Baba came in. He came to my table, he sat with me.
Yeah.
So after I introduced him, he said something that was remarkable to me. He said, all the cases that I've met in my life, they are good men. Casey Brown, you are a good man. And from there, he took me like his son. He took me like his younger brother.
I tell you.
So one thing for him is humility. You understand? No matter
Very
how
humble.
far you go, you have to be humble. And I believe something he taught me as well. He said, in life, there are two pains that you cannot, you must fix one. One is the pain of regret and the pain of discipline. So choose your pain wisely. So since then, I decided to choose the pain of discipline. And few years down the line, see where God has brought me. So these are people that are impactful in the industry. They are the pathfinders. So a lot for me.
I mean, you can't meet Daddy Shoki and not learn a thing or two. I remember 2016, I've just gotten into Lagos, and he was at my station for interview, and we had this long talk, and he said to me, look, Sugar, just coming into Lagos, but shine your eyes. There's a whole lot you're gonna see. There's the dark side and there's the good side. Make sure you follow. He said, I'm not gonna tell you not to follow the dark or the good side, but follow the right path. And since then, just like you said, I followed the right path, and that's been success. I mean, it's great. Daddy Shoki is a legend. We'll forever, celebrate him, even till when he's 90, 100 again. All right, guys, we've got a quick break. I still got Casey Brown in the studio, and when we get back, we'll be taking a look at a whole lot of things right now, from stand-up to screen, building comedy empire in the digital age. All right, when we get back, we're talking to Old Worry, Casey Brown. We'll be right back. Stay locked.
What's more important, getting home fast or getting home safe? I bet you already know the answer. Safety comes first. Skip the drinks before you drive, or skip the drive if you must drink. Ease off the gas. No need to speed, and keep your hands off the phone while you're driving. Download the Federal Road Safety Core mobile app today and report reckless driving when you see it, or call the FRSC toll-free line on 122. Drive safe, stay focused, and stay alive. This is a message from the Silverbird Group.
All right, welcome back. It's still Silverbirds today, and I still remain your humble host, the Sugar of Lagos. And with me, I've got Casey Brown, Old Worry, who's a Nigerian comedian, filmmaker, an actor, and content creator whose productions has actually attracted millions of viewers across Africa, and the founder of Old Worry Studios. If you are popular, if you visit Facebook, I'm sure you must be, familiar with that right now. And he's the founder of Old Worry Studio. He's created hits productions, including the drama in my house, the in-laws, and the pastor's office, while collaborating with leading Hollywood actors such as Mike Ezure, Patience Zokwo, Yvonne Jegede, and a whole lot of other great actors out there. He's also a respected casting director and one of Nigeria's leading digital storyteller. Yes, Casey Brown, welcome again. This is an official welcome. Welcome to Silver Burst today. How you doing?
Thank you very much, Sugar. I'm totally blessed.
First you look blessed. All right, now the big question is, in an era where everyone has a smartphone, I mean, everybody just have, in fact, even conductors. I was telling someone yesterday that back in 2001, if you own a smartphone, you are from a rich family, and you only like maybe your entire community only like 5 or 6 persons.
Very correct.
So we're now in an era where everyone has a smartphone, and because everybody's probably a content creator. Things happening, everybody bringing up a smartphone, using CapCut to edit and all of that. What does it really take to build a lasting entertainment brand? Because people do it a whole lot, and they tend to post, and at the end of the whole day, it just goes, one person posts imagine an accident that probably happened, and you see somebody reporting, like a CNN reporter, oh, this car came from here, I did it. But that's might be the last you might see of that person. The person probably just did it, he was trying to make a report. But what does it really take for people like you who's done this and have had a long-lasting entertainment brand?
The truth is that, first of all, I believe there are two things that govern the affair of success. One is ability, and the second is opportunity. So when ability meets opportunity, it produces great and lasting success.
When ability meets opportunity. But sometimes you can have ability and opportunity
not there. You understand? So when ability meets opportunity, it produces great success. So I often tell the young folks that work with me, first of all, is ability and determination. So I came into the space of this entertainment industry as an actor way back where there was no money. Do you understand? So all we have there was just passion. We go to set, we will be more than glad if we have one waka pass scene given to us. Snap picture with the A-list and go home with the picture and celebrate our success, because our success. That's the area I came into the space. And looking at the space then, I went for audition and I failed the audition. Let's say some legendary that I don't want to mention name that came to Warri then, you know. So they did an audition. I failed the audition. My friend passed the audition. We trekked down to the audition ground. We're trekking back home. I was crying. He was celebrating that they are coming. The next coming to Warri. They are picking them to Lagos to start acting. Yeah. So I went back. I was like, how can I succeed? And according to what Legendary just said about Michael Jackson, that was when I read an article that I saw online. I don't know how true it is that the late Michael Jackson, rehearsed 18 hours a day. And I was like, okay, if this man rehearsed 18 hours a day and he became the world greatest, the second most popular entity in the world. So rehearsals, practice, make perfect. So I want to go to film school. I want to learn this thing. But I don't have the money to go to any film school outside the country or in the country. So what I did then, there was a man I knew, Avi. I've not seen him for donkey years. He's an electrician, but he's into documentary. So we have this desktop where he paid, so he school online about documentary. So I'll go there, tidy up for him, clean the space, and when he leave the system, I'll go and sit down there and go to the film area, of that his lecture. So I'll start printing out on that. So that is where I equipped myself. So after all this process, that's when I learned that directing can be defined as a deliberate attempt to spin a story, expanding the creativity of your coverage for each of the scenes. That is where also I learned that acting is a process of putting yourself into another person's character to interpret a role or a story. So all this knowledge put together, and I equip myself for a better future. So coming into this space now, I'm not just coming in as a content creator. I'm not coming in. I came into this space as an actor. I come into this space as a director. I came into this space as, a script writer. So I know what we bet, a long series. Yeah. Do you understand? So what I come in at, I'm not just looking at the aspect of I want to do this thing and tomorrow the thing goes off. No. Because I'm coming from a grassroots. So I'm not just a content creator. I'm an actor, I'm a thespian. Despite the fact I did not study, theater art in school. I did communication. So I understand the grassroots of this thing. So when I'm coming into this space, I'm like, okay, let me go into the content creating, let me go into the digital world. What will keep people stay clue and I traveled back. We think keep us way back. Series,
Yes, of course.
TV series. You see old series then, everybody, if it is once a week, that day, if there is no light, you must look for a barber salon to watch
8
it.
o'clock, you're already waiting.
Do you understand? So I
Yeah.
said, let me go back to series. So I started writing series. So there are some series who, you just write and before you shoot like 30 episodes, you are gone. I said, no. Any series that will stay and will stand the test of time must have suspense and must have continuity. So I started infusing suspense, what you want to see, and our daily lifestyle, what you can relate to that has happened to you before, happened to somebody that you know. Then when you watch this series, you want to pick lesson from. So I put lesson, moral lessons, suspense, everything together, and that is how I started doing a couple of series. The ones that I've shot for people and the ones that I've shot for myself.
Nice. So what would you say has been your biggest turning point, the biggest turning point in your career so far?
As a stand-up comedian or as an actor?
Let's start with being a stand-up comedian.
Okay. The biggest turning point in my life is when I emceed the funeral of late Prophet C.B. Joshua.
Oh, for real? You did that?
Yes.
Oh, what was it like?
It was challenging.
Were you a member of the synagogue? Or
No.
Somebody just called you for it?
There is my chairman that I work for.
Okay.
So I host all his events for his company as well and all
Okay.
that. And for some reasons, he's very close to the late prophet. He's a member there. So
Yeah.
when they were having a final meeting for who to host, he said, I have my boy. His name is Casey Brown. They said, I don't know him. Is he worshiping yet? They said, no. They said they don't know him. They said, okay, they want to call some of my senior colleague.
Yeah.
And God having it, maybe my head was, God was just favoring me.
Yeah.
The two that they called, they were not in the country at that moment. So they said, okay, call him.
Yeah.
Let him come. So I came for the first meeting was on phone, and they said, if you can provide all the Nigerian musicians we want, then we will provide the ones that are coming from abroad.
Oh.
Then we will give you this opportunity.
Oh, okay.
I said, okay, who do you people want? They said, Messi Shuo, Timi Dakolo. I said, okay. I put a call across. Messi Shuo was not available for that day. I called Timi. Timi said he's available for that day. I brought Timi. And they said, okay, bring some other people. I brought some other comedians, the likes of Death Stalker. And they said we should come for a meeting.
Yeah.
And we went there for a meeting, a long conference meeting. 75% of the people on that conference meeting were white. So when we got there,
yeah.
I was not expecting what I saw.
Yeah.
As soon as I got there, they said, okay, who is Casey Brown? I said, me. He said, all right, please set the event to us. Say yes, give us the program, how you want the program to run for the 7 days, because it's for 7 days.
7 days. Yeah.
In my subconsciousness, I was like, when I go there, they will just show me the program. This is what you want, this is what you want. But God helping me, I was able instantly script this program for 7 days and they bought the idea, and that's what that was what it came out to.
I'm sure my mom should be your fan because she attends the church, and I'm sure she's watching right
Of
now.
course.
Be like, I know him because she watched the entire 7 days, and she was always making us come and watch.
Apart from the 7 days, they remember us severally.
Yeah.
The wife always, Mama always call me, and I go to anchor events for them.
So people first knew you as a stand-up comedian, but today you're directing films, producing series, and running contents, for studios. And so, did you leave stand-up, or did you simply just love to evolve?
Okay, there's a part about me.
You still crack jokes on stage, right?
There's a part about me people don't know before now. I was first an actor before I became a stand-up comedian.
Oh, okay.
All right. Then I was in the production team way back in Warri, growing up. So when we were waiting for our director and our producers to come in, I would be talking, everybody would be laughing. They say, "Are you funny? You funny? If you be comedian, if you be comedian." So I was once an actor. I became an actor before becoming a comedian. I only became a comedian when I went to Enugu. I actually went to Enugu to pursue my acting career. Eventually, I got an admission to school. So while there, and I saw people. One of my friends was doing stand-up. I was like, I just saw this guy they do. And I person they look up to me for worry before I can do this. And that is where the stand-up kicked for, because I anchor a program called Music and Miracle then. And we have the like of Faith Ajeboye, late Kefi Branama, Dynamite, and I was the only comedian. So that was when I break through in Enugu, and that's where stand-up. So now, I did not leave stand-up. The reason why you don't see me on stages anymore, first of all, you must understand what works for you. Like what's legendary that Shoki just say, this works for me, this works for me. Now, both of them work for me.
Especially what puts money into the
Now,
pockets.
both of them work for me.
Yeah.
But I don't have stand-up every day.
Good.
I
Yeah,
post
true.
video every day
Every
on
day.
Facebook and YouTube,
Oh, wow.
and it produce money every day for me.
Oh wow.
So now they see more of my production than me standing on stage. I didn't leave, hosting of event for
So
once.
one
It
of
just
your one of your biggest successes is Drama in My House.
Yes.
Over 400 episodes.
Yes.
Much of it were actually unscripted. So
All of it.
Oh wow! So how do you sustain that creativity for that long without losing? If it was just so unscripted, yeah.
Okay.
So when I hear unscripted, so I'm imagining, because I've been in some sets where this is unscripted. Okay, the guy just comes, the director's okay, you're gonna walk in here, and this is what is gonna happen. You just react, and boom. Then he say, take it again. Okay, cut. Tell me about what's your own unscripted.
Okay.
Like.
My own unscripted is not too far from what you just said.
Okay, yeah.
I already have the story. Then
Okay.
I come, I give them blockings, we do cam rehearsals, and I'm able to, put the actor into that picture that I have in my head.
Yeah.
And
What
we
about
shoot.
dialogues?
I give them the dialogue.
Dialogue. Okay, cool.
So
but
everything
definitely
I
short
give them-
dialogue,
yes.
something to catch
No,
it.
sometimes they are
very
long.
long. Oh wow.
They are long, yes, because most of my series you must have dialogues.
Yeah.
You must have dialogue. So now for that unscripted aspect of it, I would just say is a gift. Sometimes I wake up with story. Sometimes I can be in my bathroom and the stories will just drop and I'll just develop them. I will come to set and we'll shoot. So now Drama in My House did not just start as a series. It started as just a content I did with my friend and my partner Yvonne Jegede. So we shot that and the next thing, boom, on Facebook, everywhere was on fire. Part two. He said, who told them that there is part 2? I said there is part 2. I came up with part 2, part 3, part 4, and before you know, Drama in My House became
a
an
big
actual
series.
name.
Yeah, cool. So unscripted content sounds very exciting, right? But it can also be chaotic most of the time. So as a director, how do you control on set? Because like I said, our own unscripted, at the end of the whole day, we might shoot up to 10 scenes and the director will be like, see, we shoot tomorrow, it's only half scene I can use here. And everybody will get angry and be like, you will pay tomorrow. How did you manage all those chaos?
Okay, so the truth is that majority of the actors that I have, I don't really have actors that give me problem because what Old Warri Studio stand for, we groom and project actors.
Okay.
All right, so before I bring you on set, I must have worked on you. Do you understand? To work with script and to work without script as well. So majority of my actors already, I don't believe in, I find, so I'll feel act. No. You must understand what acting is all about. So majority of them always, they understood what we are here for. So by the time I give them dialogue, off we go. So I don't really have problem, though I fixed that severally, but I cancel those ones. But I just, out of 100, maybe like 5%.
Yeah. So your name Casey Brown, Old Warri, and something Warri people Warri always take their identity very serious. All right. So what does Old Warri actually represent to you? Yeah, you have to take off the glasses
I have
to
to
answer
take off
that.
the glasses to answer that.
Yeah.
First of all, I'm an Orobo. All right,
Yeah, Orobo
original
man.
Warri
Yeah.
boy. Do you get? So growing up, I experienced all the old things that happen in Warri. Do you understand? From the crisis to the lifestyle to the struggle to the success, everything. So Casey Brown. First of all, that name Casey Brown. The name Casey is the abbreviation of my tribal name.
Yeah.
You understand? So I picked that Casey from my tribal
So
name.
Case stands for Kinsley.
No, my name is Kinsley, but
Okay.
it's not even the case.
The
is
case is not
Kesiena.
available. Oh, Kesiena. Oh,
Do you
okay,
understand?
okay.
Kesiena.
Kesiena is it's an Yoruba name.
Yes, that Roman
Oh,
name.
what does it mean?
It means now it's time.
Oh, now it's time. Of course, it's your time. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I picked that Casey from there. And way back when I used to keep hair, I have this tinted hair that became brown. I carried it for a couple of months, about 6 months. So it became brown. So they started calling me brown because of my hair way back. So when I go to Enugu, I will still carry. If you enter my department, mass communication, don't look for me. Just look at everybody's hair. You will see me, I'm afro brown. So that is where the brown, came from. So I infused it together and I became a Casey Brown. And the name now eventually opened doors for me. I say, why don't you inculcate this name instead of stage name to be your real name?
Yeah.
So I went to do every necessary documentation about the name, and that is how I have Casey Brown on my passport, every other document. So
Yeah.
it's not just a stage name.
So a lot of people say, when you attain this level of success, you start having certain sets of mind change. Right now, a lot of corporate brands actually now works with you. Has that really changed the way you view things, or has it really improved you?
The truth is that success comes with a lot. The Bible says, to whom much is given, much is expected. You know, so growing every day, and as a leader, I have people. For instance, now the movie Shantytown, I casted 68 people in that movie as a casting director. So having 68 people to be on set, that's 68 people, they are looking up to you because you are always there. So as a leader, there is more that is required of you. So first of all, he gave me, this level brought me to the fullness of tolerance, understanding people. You know, because I don't expect you to think the way I think, but I can impart you, but I need patience. So it changed a lot of things about me, how I see life, how I do things in front of people and outside people.
All right, so looking ahead right now, do you still see yourself primarily as a comedian?
Yes.
Or you're building something bigger than?
I'm a comedian.
Yeah.
All right, I'm a comedian and will always be a comedian. I'm an actor, I'm a comedian, I'm a scriptwriter, I'm a director, I'm a producer. So all together, no one is out. I still host events. I still have events this last weekend. It's just that I'm not, like I said, always everywhere again, you know.
So quick one. So there's this social media debate about old worry and new worry. So do you think sometimes this conversation, some people take it too seriously right now? Which one is the genuine cultural practice behind it here?
Old worry.
Old worry.
Yes.
Oh, so old worry actually defines what worry is.
What worry is all about.
Oh, nice.
Do you understand? That's why I came up with that name. As in, if you grow up in worry, if you understand the struggle, you understand what the name Old Worry is all about. You know.
All right, Casey Brown, thank you for joining us. Your story kind of reminds us that success in today's entertainment is no longer defined by one stage, but a platform for our audiences keeps revolving right now. Creating, building, and staying authentic is part of it right now. Thank you, Casey Brown, for stopping by. All right, still Silverbirds today, and here's the word for the day. And when power of love overcomes the power of the world will know peace. Jimi Hendrix. When the power of love overcomes the love of power, the world will know peace. Jimi Hendrix. All right, that's the much we can take on Silverbirds today. I still remain your host, the Sugar of Lagos. Government name, Michael City. I see you tomorrow.